All right, you got a couple of bucks to spend on your house? Where should you start? I'm gonna give you an honest list of priorities in order of how you should tackle renovating or fixing up your house.
Desert King Windows, we knock out the weather.
So obviously we do windows and doors. I own a company that does windows and doors. I'm a licensed contractor, but it's not always the most important thing to do on your house. Sometimes it is. So we're gonna go through a list that you can use for anything, and it's gonna be an honest list. So very first thing, hazards and safety. Anything that you have around your house that is hazardous or unsafe needs to be taken care of before anything else. Wiring, maybe faulty wiring, electrical, maybe a gas leak. Make sure you get your detectors. Carbon monoxide detectors, very, very important. Obviously, those types of hazards are most important. Windows and doors only fits into this category if you have windows and doors that don't lock or are missing. Then yes, they are in this category, but only for that. If all of your windows and doors lock and you have some problem wiring, guess which one I'm gonna tell you to do first? Wiring. That's the only time I'm gonna tell you to not do windows. No, but priority number 2, leaks, mostly water leaks. Plumbing can leak, slab leaks, roof leaks. If you have holes in your roof, you shouldn't be thinking about your windows. You should be thinking about the roof. If your window is leaking or water's coming in at the bottom of a door or around a window or something like that, only then is it in this category. The reason why leaks are more important, typically more important than windows, is because of the damage it can create. There's no point in spending a whole bunch of money on windows and doors if there's a silent killer or destroyer in your wall rotting it all out that's going to cost you more and more money every single day that goes by. You need to take care of the leaks. Not to mention it's a waste of money. You're paying for all that water that's leaking into your house if it's coming from a plumbing issue. These are things that need to be taken care of and take precedence over many, many things in the house. So far, we have number 1 is hazards and safety. Number 2 is leaks, mostly water leaks and plumbing leaks and roof leaks. So that takes me to number 3, your HVAC system. There are 3 reasons why somebody replaces their HVAC system. 1 is it's failed, it's done, it needs to be replaced. And if that's you, that actually raises it to category 1, hazards, because it can be deadly, right? This is the desert. It gets up to 115 degrees outside, 120 degrees. And if you don't have a working AC system, that could be deadly. Same thing's true in the colder climate, well below freezing, and if you don't have warmth, again, it could be deadly, it could be fatal. If it's done, that means it's priority 1. The second reason why people replace their HVAC units is because it's old and they want to replace it before it fails on them. If this is you and you feel like you have 5 years left, or you have a great AC company that keeps it running or something along those lines, then Windows is a higher priority. The third reason that people replace their HVAC systems is for energy efficiency. So again, that's when Windows is going to be more important than the HVAC system. Think about a balloon, okay? You blow up a balloon, right? And it pressurizes and it fills up. Well, if you have a bunch of holes in your house, in other words, you have a bunch of gappy windows, leaking windows, you're losing a lot of air, that's like you're trying to blow up that balloon, but there's a bunch of holes in the balloon. It's never going to pressurize, right? So if we seal up all of those gaps, we replace all of those windows with a really good sealing window and door, now that balloon can expand, it can pressurize. So what that does is that's your AC that's pressurizing that balloon, right? So that's your AC pumping in air, and instead of escaping through all of those holes, all of those gaps, it's now going to pressurize, and therefore it will actually force air into the returns of your HVAC system, which is where you change your air filter, that's your return. So it's going to force more air into that return, and therefore your AC unit's going to run much more efficiently. That's actually the real savings for Windows. It's not necessarily keeping out heat and cold. That does help a tremendous amount, don't get me wrong, but the majority of your savings is actually because your AC unit's running much more effectively. If you replace all of your windows in your house now, then you go to look for an HVAC unit. There's a couple advantages to this. One is that you can size the AC unit a little bit smaller. Because your home is much more efficient, you don't need to pay for the giant unit. You might save a few $1,000s on a little bit of a smaller unit and get the same energy efficiency. Money savings, right? That's always great. It doesn't grow on trees. You might as well not let it escape out your window. And then the other really nice advantage to this is that you can tell whether or not you have a professional HVAC company that is out there giving you a quote on your unit. If they take your energy efficient windows into their load calculation while sizing the unit appropriately, you have an HVAC company that knows what they're doing. If they say, oh, window's a window, it's all the same, no, I'm not calculating into that, say thank you for your quote, I'll let you know, and lose the number. That's just the honest truth. Oftentimes, windows are a better priority and a more important priority over an HVAC unit, but not always. Then we come to number 4. Number 4 priority is energy efficiency. This is where windows and doors are paramount, because windows and doors can save anywhere from 20 to 50% off your heating and cooling portion of your utility bills. That is a tremendous amount of savings just by replacing your windows. Replacing your AC unit, yes, can save you a tremendous amount of money as well, but it's going to save you even more with the proper windows. Other energy efficient products, attic insulation, that can definitely help. It absolutely can, but there's not nearly as much heat escaping through your ceiling as through your windows and doors and other places. But again, it does make it more energy efficient. Replacing your light bulbs with LEDs, that becomes more energy efficient. A great way to find out where you are losing your energy is to have an energy audit. You know, you can contact your power company for an energy audit. They'll come through and they'll tell you exactly what your problem is. And if it's windows and doors, check out Desert King Windows. We do it quite a bit. So we'll be able to help point you in the right direction. So just a little note about energy efficiency. If you don't know where to start, there's lots of different places that you can start. Start by calling your power company. Can I get an energy audit? A lot of power companies do energy audits, varying costs and all of that. Other places, if you actually check government websites, a lot of times they will actually sponsor an energy audit because they want the energy costs to go down. They want the grid power to go down. So oftentimes you can find government assistance and grants to check out their home energy efficiency. Okay? This way, it'll tell you exactly where to start, exactly where you're losing all of your energy. So that's a great way to do it. But if you have single pane aluminum windows, or if you have just dual pane thin aluminum windows, I'll tell you right now where your energy loss is. You can spare the phone call to the power company. So call Desert King Windows. It'll be much quicker. And that brings us to number 5, the final priority, and that is going to be aesthetics and upgrades. Like I said, we all want the beautiful countertops. We all want the nice paint in the house, bathrooms renovated, and beautiful kitchens and chef's kitchens and all that. We all want those things. But the other 4 take priority. And the reason why they take priority is because not only they're going to make you safer, they're also going to save you money in the long run. So that's why those 4 are much more a higher priority than the aesthetics. However, windows also give you aesthetics. They also look better. They also look brand new. They also add so much to your home's curb appeal, or even a front door. So I guess I'm trying not to be biased here at all, but windows help in every way possible. But based on your priorities and based on what your situation is, there may be other priorities over windows and doors. Consider that list. Maybe you got your tax return. Maybe you got a few bucks that you want to start spending on your house. Listen to that priority list and let that do the guiding. Thank you very much for watching this video, and hope you saved a couple of bucks just by watching this video. Hit the like button for me too if you could, or the little subscribe button there, and get this video out there to a lot more people that it can help. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
We use the best windows, 'cause nothing works better. Desert King Windows, we knock out the weather.